Well, hello, welcome back to another video with Breathe Easy and Organize. Welcome if you're new. Today we are doing a video I've been wanting to do for a really long time. We're going to do a comparison of the Erin Condren and Plum paper planners. So let me just go ahead and grab them out now. Here is my Erin Condren planner. This is from 2021, so I am no longer using this. And then let me go ahead and grab my Plum paper planner out of my planner bag. If you guys haven't seen that video, please go check that one out. All right, y'all, so here's my Plum paper planner, but keep in mind this is an Erin Condren cover on here. So just because they have the interchangeable covers, and I really do like the Erin Condren ones better than the Plum paper. So if you're kind of confused as to which one is which, just go by the rings. The larger gold rings are for the Erin Condren, and then the silver rings are for, smaller rings are for the Plum paper planner. Okay, so let's get right into it. So you can see off bat, the size of the rings are way different. You can get larger rings in Plum paper, but you have to have more sheets. So if you get the, I believe if you get the weekly planner, you have to add at least 20 more sheets to get the larger ring. Or that may be for the daily. If you get the daily planner, you have to have at least 20 more additional sheets added when it asks you if you want to add any more planner sheets to be able to get the larger rings. You can't, unfortunately, you can't just request to have the size that you want. But for Erin Condren, you will always get this size ring. You can also choose from the colors. So they have gold, rose gold, and silver. And then I believe they have black rings for, maybe for the weekly planners. I've always used the daily, so I never got to choose the black rings. But I know you can get them for certain layouts. Now for the Plum paper, they only have silver rings, which honestly I actually like. I feel like the smaller silver rings kind of doesn't draw as much attention to it, and I really like that. I like the focus to mainly be on the cover. I find that the larger rings are just too much. They're too bulky. When you're trying to get them into like a slimmer bag, they can kind of be in the way. So I really do appreciate having the smaller ones, but I know a lot of people do like having the larger rings. So keep that in mind. You cannot choose to have the larger ones if you do get the Plum paper, but Erin Condren, you absolutely will. I can't remember the pricing off the top of my head, but I will put it right here once I edit the video. So you'll see the pricing laid out for each planner, so you can kind of get a gauge for which one you want. So these both are daily layouts, and they're both for 6 months. For Erin Condren, you get the 6-month daily duo, so you automatically get 2 different planners. So if you're seeing the difference in pricing, keep in mind that with Erin Condren, you get 2 separate planners. So it's a full year, it's just separated into 2 different planners. And then for Plum paper, this is only for 6 months, and I do not get the second one automatically. I would have to just purchase that one separate. So that's why you're seeing a pretty big difference in pricing. Okay, I do want to show you guys what the Plum paper cover. So this is one of the covers I got from Plum paper. It's not something that I would usually purchase, but I kind of just picked the first thing that I saw so that I can hurry up and check out because I knew I was going to swap it out with the Erin Condren cover. But this is what it looks like. They do have a lot of different options on Plum paper, but again, with the Erin Condren, you do get the laminated cover, so it's very, very protected, and I do like the options from Erin Condren over the Plum paper. If you do want to get interchangeable covers or swap them out, make sure in the note section when you're checking out, put that you want to have slits within your planner cover so that they can automatically put them in there so that you can just kind of slide them out. If not, it is pretty difficult to just rip them out. You would have to put the slits in yourself. Let's go ahead and open these up. We'll do a side-by-side comparison of each page so that you guys can get a really good idea of the difference. Before we get started with the comparison, I wanted to swap out the cover, but I wanted you guys to decide. So I don't know if you guys actually really care too much about it, but if you do, please comment below which cover you would prefer. I'm going to show you guys in a second. I like to swap these out ever so often because I have so many different ones. And I thought it would be cool to kind of let you guys decide. So I just swapped this one out maybe about a week ago. And I do like it, but I mean, why not? I have so many different options. I might as well kind of swap them out as I want. So let me show you guys the different ones that I have. So here is the first one. This one is just the plain leopard print. I think you guys saw this one in one of my other videos. Nothing too fancy on the back. So that is option 1, the leopard print. Write that in the comments if you would like that one. And then we have the plaid Louis Vuitton. I customized this one to add this picture in. But here's the next one. Again, the cover, the back of it is pretty basic. So that's option 2, the plaid Louis Vuitton. Write that one in the comments if you want me to switch it to that. This one is pretty basic. I got this one when I purchased my 2021 Erin Condren planner. So I have to put a black sticker over top to cover that year. But this one, again, is pretty basic on the front. My planner is my happy place. I wrote that in there. You were able to customize the writing. So I kind of just chose that quick little quote. And then on the back, we just have this pretty picture, again, that I found online. So pretty basic again. Let me know if you want that. That's option number 3, the My Planner is My Happy Place. And then, of course, we have the one that's already on here, the Wonder Woman. So let me know if you want this one, the comic book option. Or last option is the one that's currently on my Erin Condren planner. But again, I'm not using this one right now because this was from 2021. So let me know if you guys would like this one. I, again, have to cover that year up. On the back, just plaid. So this is the plaid with black as the focus color. And then I have the other plaid with the white as the focus color. So let me know which one you guys would like me to switch to so that you can see it on my next Plan With Me video. And yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and get right back into the video. All right, y'all, so automatically the Erin Condren front page stands out to me just because of the color, the vibrancy of it. Of course, this does change depending on the type of layout and color scheme that you do get. But this one obviously just stands out way more. It's so pretty. I love the colors. I'm not always a big color person when it comes to my planners. If you see my business planner, that one is super, and a lot of my other planners in the past, honestly, I like the black, the nudes, neutral colors. But honestly, I don't know, like, who doesn't like this pretty, bright, the vibrancy? I don't know, I just love it. So that obviously stands out as being better to me. And even if you take the color away, this here, and I've heard a lot of people say this, that this page just looks more fulfilled. You know what I mean? This one looks kind of blank, like there should be something else here. But I guess you could just decide to customize it yourself and maybe put a sticker or a picture or something. I don't know, or just write something in yourself. This one just looks like it's complete. This one doesn't, in my opinion. All right, so next is our year at a glance page. Again, they are for 6 months. I do have the year 2023 all the way in the back of this planner, so they didn't put it right behind it. Now for the Erin Condren, they did put the 2022, so the next year, and it's the full 12 month on the back of this sheet. So this one definitely looks more complete, but it's only because this has the lines at the bottom, which is actually pretty cool, because if you want to put some notes there, me personally, I would not use this. I just kind of like to use the year at a glance as that. I just like to kind of glance at it. So I wouldn't really write anything here personally. But yeah, pretty basic. Just going over the color scheme so that you guys can kind of see the flow. This one, of course, is very colorful. I'm trying to think, was this the Harmony? The Harmony planner, I believe, is what it was called. So it's very bright, very vibrant and colorful. This one was the Modern planner color palette, but it's pretty colorful to me. It's called the Modern color palette, but it's pretty colorful in my opinion. All right, so that's the year at a glance. Okay, so for the next few pages, they're a little different on both planners. So on the back of the cover sheet, so before you got to the year at a glance, is where they had these blank boxes where you can kind of write anything you will want. And they do have a sheet similar to that on the Plum paper planner. And you can see I kind of customized mine. Let me zoom in a little bit. So here it just says ideas, plans, and goals on the Plum paper planner. This one, it says new beginnings, new mindsets, new focus, new start, new intentions, and new results. So again, it's a page where you can kind of do what you want with it. So on mine, I just kind of use it for plans. So I have birthday plans, vacation, Father's Day even. Here's the side that's blank, so you can kind of get a better idea of what it looks like. And then you have the habit tracking down here. My habit tracking stickers. So yes, that's pretty cool. Now for the Plum paper, one additional page that they have is before you get to the blank sheets, they have that same layout, but it has the dates on it. So you can kind of plan your year out at a glance. but you can actually write things in to write things down, like specific birthdays that you kind of want to remember before you get to that actual month, or vacations, whatever you like. Now for the Erin Condren, they don't have this specific page where you can plan out the whole year or write things out within each month, but that's all right. Honestly, just because they have this page already, I feel like you can kind of do that there. And then for the Erin Condren, they also have, for the Erin Condren on the year at a glance, they have this extra space down here that you can write on if you want. All right, so for our monthly cover pages, you can see there's a big difference. Again, it's very bland on here, but again, this is the modern one. I'm not sure if it changes depending on if you get a different color scheme for Plum paper. But this one is very bland, basic, nothing special on it. For Erin Condren, even if you get different layouts, they're always going to have some type of design on that front page. I believe maybe if you get like the neutral color palette, it may be pretty plain, but if not, it's going to be some type of design here, which I really do like. Look how pretty that looks. So let's go ahead and turn to the month at a glance page. All right, so Erin Condren's month at a glance is after their actual monthly calendar. The month at a glance for the Plum paper is before the monthly calendar, so that's one difference. Okay, so I love the color scheme on this one. So if we're talking colors, I like this one better, but for here, I like this layout much better. I do like these little circles they have here. On the weekly layout for Plum paper, they have goals written out here automatically. I like how on the daily layout, it's blank because I can kind of do with it what I want. So I'll just kind of write in things that are going to be prominent for that month that I kind of want to have on the forefront. So birthdays, vacations, celebrate, because there's a lot of holidays, Father's Day, Juneteenth. And then we have a specific section here for birthdays. You can write out events and then things to remember. So if you have any appointments or just things that you kind of want to jot down before you actually put it in your daily plan. And then there's a blank page down here that you can use for anything you would like. So I feel like this is perfect. This is all inclusive. You even have extra spaces here for things that you want to include. Now you can see here for Erin Condren, it's blank. You can, honestly, some people may prefer this one because you can really do with it as you would please. You can write in whatever you want on the titles here because as you can tell, it's blank. I really don't like using grid layouts. I really do hate when planners put, I don't want to say hate, that's kind of extra, but I really don't like using these. So layout wise, I would not prefer this. Honestly, I don't like when there's no line. So you can see the blank box here, which a lot of people do like, because again, you can do with it as you would like. If you want to put stickers in here, kind of use this, kind of like how I use these circle boxes up here. But this layout I would prefer. But again, of course, the color schemes in Erin Condren are hands down the best. Okay, let me show you the Erin Condren monthly calendar laid out. Of course, the colors, that is, I'm just going to say that off bat automatically. Color scheme is always going to get my vote on Erin Condren, but if we're talking about layout, that's a little different, but they're pretty similar. I don't see many differences. Here's the Plum paper. It's pretty basic, minus the color scheme and the fonting on the wording. They also both have these lines here where you can write any additional information that you need to remember on the side. So the Plum paper, the only difference I'm seeing is that they have a calendar, a smaller calendar here at the bottom, which I mean, I guess would be helpful, but it's not really, in my opinion, it's no point in having it just because we have this whole calendar already here to look at. But that's literally the only difference for the calendar. All right, so I wanted to go to a blank page in both planners so that you guys can kind of really see the full effect of the layout. Again, these are the daily layouts. As you can see, there's an hourly layout here. This is the daily hourly layout. They do have a daily that doesn't have the hours laid out here. So these ones are literally the exact same layout, just in different forms. So you can see the Erin Condren one here is very basic. They have the times here and then the to-do list. And then there's an extra box here that you can do whatever you want with. And there's also a little bit of space here up top with the calendar. Let me show you guys a closer look. So I do like it. That's what drew me into the Erin Condren planners, are their layouts. I did not like the cover. I really like the hard covers. I don't like the laminated thing was not really, I wasn't really big on that in the beginning. but the layout was literally perfect for what I needed it for. I love how they have the time section here, and there was plenty of space within each time. It wasn't like just one line and a small little short line. And it also went from 6 a.m. all the way down to 7 p.m. But there's also an extra box that you can write something in for even later if you like. And then they have the to-do list, and then this extra space here that you can do with as you please. So this was honestly perfect for what I needed it for at that time. Now, for the Plum paper planner, you know, let me keep them side by side. I'll just kind of lift this one up a little bit. But for the Plum paper planner, you can see it's a lot going on here. We have the 3 boxes up here. Okay, so let me start by saying for Plum paper, it is completely customizable down to the type of layout you can get, and even the different sections. So the titles that you see here, I wrote these in. You can leave them blank if you want and kind of write them in as needed, or you can go ahead and get them printed on here when you're customizing your planner. So I have my workout section here. So this is pretty much my wellness section up top. Workouts, meal plans. I have my daily schedule. You can also choose the time that this starts on. So I did mine from 7 to 5. This I titled my priorities. We have the to-do list here. Again, you can title that whatever you would like. They have different options you can choose from, or you can just write it in yourself. Here I chose Bible study or Bible reading, and then we have quote of the day here at the bottom. So 100% customizable. So hands down layout, this one takes the cake. You can get something more basic, a more basic daily layout, or you can even try the weekly layout or monthly, whatever. But again, it's still customizable. So I love the color palettes here. I love the paper quality, which we'll talk about in a second, but in regard to the actual layout, hands down, I have to give it to Plum paper. This can literally be an all-in-one planner. And if you saw one of my my previous videos on my Plum paper planner, you would see that I also have the Erin Condren dashboards in here, which makes this 100% an all-in-one planner, because I have my wellness log here, I have my finances, and even my weekly cleaning checklist. Everything's all within this one planner. So yep, hands down, Plum paper when it comes to the layout. Now, let's talk about the paper. So everybody talks about Erin Condren paper because of how amazing it is. Let me kind of feel it a little bit. So this feels very smooth to me. Very, very smooth. This has more of like that gritty feel, you know what I mean? But in a good way. Like, it's super thick. Honestly, when it comes to the thickness, like I couldn't find the paperweight for Plum paper. I'll try to do a little bit more research, and again, I'll write them up here if I do find it. But the paperweight, I feel like, I don't know, it would be on, this would probably be a tad bit thinner, but again, it's still really good quality paper. But Erin Condren, if I had to choose, I would choose theirs preferably, just because when you write on it, it just feels a lot better. So paper quality, I would give it hands down to Erin Condren in my opinion, but some people may prefer the smooth texture or the smooth feel of the Plum paper. But either way, they're still really good paper quality. So if it comes down to that with a decision, I wouldn't even go by that. I would just kind of go based on the layouts and the color schemes that you would prefer. So let's just look at the different colors so that maybe you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about in regard to the color scheme. And again, this can change depending on the type of planner cover or layout that you get. But for the most part, most of their planner covers are very colorful. So, all right, so this planner starts in July. So here is the pretty blue for July. August, we have this pretty yellow, and again, they all have these nice motivational quotes on the front, which I love. September is this gorgeous, pretty purple color. And then we have October. And I kind of like how the colors kind of correlate to the month as well. You know, orange kind of correlates with October, so that's kind of cool. November. Another pretty blue. This one is a little lighter than the other blue. And then we have December. in this gorgeous green color. Okay, so now let's talk about Plum Paper's colors, or let's look at their colors. So again, pretty basic on the cover sheet, no design, nothing extra. So if you like this, if you like something more simple, then you will like the Plum Paper layout more. So that's June. For July, we have a darker blue. August, we have a lighter blue. The only thing I don't like is that I feel like the colors on their tabs don't kind of have a good mixture. I feel like they'll do like all the blues first, and then they'll go down to like another color and then another color palette for the next few months. I really don't like that. I wish they would mix it up a little bit better. You know what I mean? I know this is the modern plan, but even for the colorful layout, it was still kind of similar. Like they had like 3 or 4 months in the row that were all different shades of green, and I didn't really like that. Like, okay, after a while I'm gonna get tired of seeing green, you know what I mean? Same for this. We have a bunch of different shades of blue. We have this like grayish pale blue, the navy blue, and then it goes into like this turquoise blue, and then this greenish blue. So pretty colors, very pretty colors, but I just wish they would kind of switch it up a little bit better. This pink is really pretty. I like this. Really pale pink, or a peachy type pink. And then November, kind of a goldish yellow, mustard yellow. All right, y'all. Erin Condren Plum Paper. We talked about the coils. We talked about the covers, the interior layout, the color schemes, the paper quality, pricing. I believe that is all. Please let me know if you guys have any more questions in the comments down below. And I hope I did help someone out with your decision between Erin Condren and Plum Paper. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.